Hey guys, excuse me.
It's too late
Everybody
now.
say hi.
Hi.
Oh boy. Wow.
What are you supposed to do?
hard work equals success. In 4th grade, the theme came with the contest for the yearbook cover, so I spent hours drawing up a storm. A few weeks later, Principal Eric Markworth announced that my drawing was on the back cover of our yearbook. At the ripe old age of 9, I was already learning that hard work leads to success. As I've gotten older, this concept has had more and more meaning in my life. Throughout our Logan High experience, we have all been stretched, either in academics, leadership, with friends, or sports. When we are pushed, it sometimes seems beyond our limits to succeed, but eventually we will become stronger. This fall, I played Logan High girls tennis with one of my best friends, Heather Ross Kelly. We had an incredible season together and were undefeated. Things were looking great. Then we got tired, maybe didn't work as hard as we could have, and lost the region championship. A week later, after the hardest work we'd ever put in, we won the state championship. The hard work definitely paid off, and it was a very sweet success. May 24th, 2018 is a day that represents the culmination of all of our hard work. Every single person on this graduation floor today has achieved success. That's why we're here. That success came from hard work. Some among us may have had to work extra hard to overcome challenges. Some struggled with illness, family tragedy, or physical or mental disabilities. Regardless of your challenge, on this historic day, you have succeeded. Success is different for everyone, but the hard work that is required is the same. We can't let other people define our success. We get to decide what matters the most to us and work hard to get there. Wherever life is taking you after high school, whether it be college, new jobs, new places, or any other adventure, remember to always work hard. Start your next chapter, focus on success, and you will find it. Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you.
The wise, beautiful, revolutionary modern poet and philosopher Shawn Mendes once stated, "True friends are never forgotten. They live within our hearts and souls forever and always, dancing on our stage of memories." Whew, that was cliche, but I might as well embrace it at this point. After all, cliches are cliche for a reason. Because if somebody were to perfectly incorporate every commencement speech cliche into their lives, they'd genuinely be the happiest person on earth while simultaneously being way more successful than Shawn Mendes. Cliches are nice. So, in the spirit of moving graduation speeches, I've decided to completely change your life with 13 of the all-time gushiest, most cliche valedictorian speeches ever. Some courtesy to graduationwisdom.com. Figure out who you are. Try selflessness and give back. Trust yourself. Do not let others define who you are. Take initiative and get in the game. Learn to fail or fail to learn. You do not need to be perfect. Embrace your perfect imperfections. Remind yourself to be present. If we can endure construction, we can endure anything. If you think you can, you can. Nudge yourself to take more risks. If you cannot embrace change, at least give yourself a hug every once in a while. And lastly, everyone is capable of changing the world. Now that this has become the emotional equivalent to Mr. Brimhall's Motivational Fridays, it's time to say goodbye. So, dear the class that I experienced puberty with, the class that witnessed the transition of my hair from straight to curly, bowl cut to not bowl cut, the class that I went through the talk with in 7th grade science class, the class that I cross-dressed and did the splits in front of, good afternoon. And in case I don't see you, good evening, good night, and good life. Congratulations.
When I was little, I thought I would need to learn how to make shelter, hunt for food, and protect myself from predators in order to survive. However, life is a lot more complicated than that, because in the real world, we have to pay taxes. Although we live a different lifestyle than our ancestors, the key to survival is still all about learning and adapting. Lucky for us, we got to attend school where we learn all sorts of things, like the Pythagorean theorem, state capitals, Avogadro's number, and, of course, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. But the lessons for surviving the real world don't come from books. They come from people and situations. These real lessons will shape who we are and affect us for the rest of our lives. The best lessons may be the ones you don't want, like when I got caught cheating on a geography test. Thanks to Mrs. Cottle, I got to learn sooner rather than later that cheating is never a good option. And along the way, I learned the countries of Africa, like Toto. Oh, wait, no, that's the name of a band. I'm bad. The best lessons may be the unexpected ones. I've learned to be motivated and the best I could be. I was taught to envision a goal and figure out how to accomplish it. Thanks to Mr. Brimhall, I'll know how to better myself every day for the rest of my life, along with being able to speak some Spanish. Donde está la biblioteca, baby? The best lessons come from people who speak from the heart, like when a teacher breaks away from their lesson to give a lecture on life. When they explain how life is short, and in the end what really matters are the relationships you've had. Mr. Eborn opened my young sophomore mind. He helped me learn that wealth isn't measured in money, but instead in the bonds we share with others. That is a lesson I will take to my grave, along with the mnemonic device remembering King Henry VIII's 6 wives. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. There are plenty of other lessons I've learned from my teachers. The list goes on and on. These lessons are everywhere. It is up to us to find them. Humans are social creatures. We need each other to survive. We will struggle throughout our lives, and sometimes we need to rely on others to get through our problems. Logan High has not only taught me the life lessons to make me successful, but has been a gateway to meaningful relationships, bonds, and connections with others. In other words, Logan High has already made me a wealthy young man. It has brought me close to many people that I will remember and be able to rely on for the rest of my life. I owe a big sum of gratitude to all the parents, teachers, and friends I have in life. You guys are my role models, and thanks to you, I've learned to survive in the real world. Shout out to the boys.
In the spring of our 7th grade at Mount Logan Middle School, I made a choice. That choice was to join my friends in what I thought would be great fun with a big reward. As a group, we decided to attempt a break-in of the vending machines to get free candy. Being the naive kid I was, the others quickly appointed me the lookout. Little did I know that the principal was watching us on the security cameras. Capture ensued and parents were called. There I sat, terrified in Principal Beach's office, listening to the sounds of my cohorts crying in the other rooms. I realized at that moment that I had a choice to make. I could continue on my path to a life of crime, or I could choose to make myself a better person. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Sirius Black tells Harry, we've all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part that we choose to act on. That's who we really are. It was that day that I chose to be my best self. While I may falter and make mistakes, I choose to get up and keep trying. We have all made choices in our life that have gotten us to where we are, choosing what classes to take, what friends to associate with, choosing what sports and clubs to participate in. Have our choices made us better people? Did we choose to make the world around us a better place? Now as we graduate and move ahead to our diverging paths, we again have to choose. We will choose college, a mission, service in the armed forces, or a career. Will we choose to be an engineer, an artist, a mechanic, a parent, or a teacher? We will all change the world in one way or another. What will you choose? My hope is that we will choose to take what we have learned from our parents, friends, and teachers from within the halls of Logan High, and with this knowledge, make the world around us a better place. Let us always remember that it is what we choose that will have the greatest impact. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2018.
Doors, walls, hallways. Little by little, we have observed these take shape around us.
one brick or metal beam at a time. When we first walked up to the front of Logan High and down through the long tunnel to the pseudo lobby, little did we know what we were getting ourselves into and how that school we were entering in that moment would, in just a short time, become merely a memory. Many construction workers, a few dripping ceilings, and a demolished English building later, we have seen a brand new, magnificent building emerge from the remains of what used to be. Brick by brick, we too have been built through the course of these past 4 years. What is the clay, the concrete, the mortar to our bricks of character? Is it the many hours of studying and tears that have been sacrificed to gain new insight and greater perspective? Or the lessons our many extracurricular activities have taught us about setting and achieving goals? Is it a result of being a unified part of something bigger than ourselves, a century-old heritage of tradition and distinction? I believe that the relationships that we have developed have been the primary building material. These are what have motivated us, supported us, lifted us higher than we could ever reach on our own. There is still more to be done. The school is not complete, and future years of students passing through its halls will continue to develop Logan High School into the institution it has the potential to be. Likewise, our future experiences will continue to refine our characters and help us come to know who we are and what we are meant to become. We are at the brink of something amazing, something beyond the scope of our greatest hopes, our greatest dreams. Even so, let us not forget these moments and the relationships we have developed and the way they have shaped us, built us, molded us into the creatures of achievement and excellence we are today.
This year, while serving in student government, it has become blatantly clear to me that I am significantly lacking in school spirit. In fact, Mr. Soap has joked that he could make a pep scale ranging from me at 0 to Cambry Anderson at 10. But as senior year comes to a close, I've been rethinking what truly makes me proud to be a Grizzly. During the canned food drive this November, Mr. Crane's class collected over 750 cans for the food pantry. Traditionally, the class that collects the most cans is rewarded with a Thanksgiving meal. But his class decided to donate their turkey dinner prize to a student whose family was in need of extra support. Because of the kind actions of his class and others, we got to deliver a full Thanksgiving dinner to an LHS Grizzly during the holiday season. It was one of the most meaningful experiences I've had while at LHS. I also look back to February of my junior year when Mrs. Cottle rallied the community to donate prom dresses for the Sweethearts Dance so that any girl at Logan High who wanted to could wear a formal gown or borrow one. I'll never forget trying on prom dresses with my friends in the Geography Hall bathroom and complimenting girls from every walk of life at Logan High as they put on different gowns. I also recall moments of activism at LHS. Last year, when Logan High's Environmental Club introduced a resolution on climate change to the Utah legislature, we brought 2 busloads of students to the state capitol to testify in support of our bill. After all of our hard work, just last Wednesday, Logan High Grizzlies returned to the state capitol to watch Governor Herbert sign our resolution. Be the first to admit that the "you can change the world" narrative is overused and trite. But during my time at Logan High, I've learned that with a little bit of time and effort, you can make a radical difference in your own community. As Angela Davis, a prominent civil rights activist, once said, "I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept." Class of 2018, I hope that as you journey beyond high school, you will stay alert to the injustices you cannot accept and find opportunities to make a difference within your own sphere of influence. Thank you.
While thinking about what this speech should be about, I decided we could all use tips for life after high school. So obviously, I watched and analyzed the original SpongeBob SquarePants movie for ideas. The first tip is, wherever you go in life, surround yourself with good friends. In the movie, Plankton executed Plan Z and took over the city. Bikini Bottom was turned into Planktopolis, and Plankton enslaved the entire city, except for SpongeBob and Patrick, who were on a heroic quest to save the day. Neither of them could have been successful without the other. In fact, they would have died. In the end, it was their tier of friendship, the tier of the goofy goober, that saved their lives. We will face many challenges in the next chapter of our lives, so we need to make sure to surround ourselves with best friends. The second tip from SpongeBob is, be yourself. Now that we are graduating from high school, there will be a lot of outside pressure on what to do or be. SpongeBob wanted to become the manager of the Krusty Krabs. Mr. Krabs denied SpongeBob his wish and instead announced that Squidward was the new manager of the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs told SpongeBob he did this because SpongeBob was just a kid. SpongeBob's haters shouted many names at him from the crowd below. He was called a dork, goofball, dingaling, wingnut, and a knucklehead mixed spazatron. Multiple times throughout the movie, SpongeBob and Patrick were made fun of or overlooked because they were only kids. By the end, SpongeBob realized that being a kid was not a bad thing. He said, "I am just a kid, and you know, I've been through a lot in the past 6 days, 5 minutes, 27.5 seconds. If I've learned anything during that time, it's that you are who you are. And no amount of mermaid magic or managerial promotion or some other third thing can make me anything more than what I really am inside, a kid. And I'm also a goofball, and a wingnut, and a knucklehead mixed spazatron. But most of all, I'm a goofy goober." Class of 2018, like SpongeBob, go out and be the best you and prove your haters wrong.
Parents, teachers, and the graduating class of 2018, welcome. Now, I only have 90 seconds to tell you whatever wisdom I've learned over the past 4 years before I'm bustled off the stage by administration, so I'll make it quick. Over the past 4 years, we've had the opportunity to experience many new adventures together. New buildings, every year. New administrations, every year. New student body officer positions and subsequent fluctuation in quality of school posters. The only thing that seems to have stayed the same is the cafeteria food. Isn't it crazy how much things have changed? I remember walking into school through a tunnel that suspiciously resembled an airport gangway, and now I have to force open a high-tech door that always seems to be locked. We've all gotten really good at fire drills and only suffer from mild PTSD. We've made memories, we've made memes. We've walked out of class, organized or not, and we've learned to evade parking enforcement. We've learned a whole host of new dance moves, from the whip to the Percocet, and we've finally managed to learn that the teacher will notice if you're watching Netflix in class. Who knew laptops were so big? We've laughed together and cried a lot. We've watched the football team play football. We've cheered on and mimicked our high-lows. And we've learned that everyone in the music department will constantly be stressed, no matter how well they're doing. And we've learned that senioritis is an actual disease. Well, seniors, today is your lucky day. The cure has been found. In a few moments, we'll be leaving and heading out to face the world. You'll be getting a lot of advice today, so here's mine. Hydrate, exfoliate, and go vote. Thank you.
Originally, I had plans of reflecting and reminiscing about our last 4 years together. But I realized that we should pay more attention to what the next 4 years and beyond have in store for us. Class of 2018, as we head our separate ways, leaving behind the security and excitement that was Logan High, I know and trust that the solid foundation of knowledge that we've developed, both inside the classroom and out, will lead us all to great achievement. Well-renowned American poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou once said, "Dare to let your dreams reach beyond you." And if we take away anything from our 4-year journey together, I hope it's the idea that no dream is too big if only we have the courage to pursue it. I hope that whatever your dreams may be, you relentlessly chase them, overlooking any preconceived limitations you have set in front of yourself. I hope that you all seek change and have a will to make a difference, leaving whatever you encounter in better condition than it was when you discovered it. I hope that you never settle for anything less than what you deserve and that you constantly seek growth. I hope that if you have a God, you seek Him and uphold your beliefs. And lastly, I hope, as we embark on our journeys, we do not forget our experiences and those who have been instrumental in shaping them. Our surplus of achievements would not have been possible without the support system that is our families, friends, teachers, counselors, and coaches. To these mentors, I say our success is your success. To my heroes, Benjamin and Joseph Kiflon, thank you for your everlasting Big Brother guidance and for remaining the epitome of what success looks like. To Kilesa Rector and Tia Oak, KBT, thank you for your unconditional love and support and our endless memories. And to Mom and Dad, I hope I made you proud. Class of 2018, our next wave is unfettered success and happiness. Congratulations to us, and I'd like to thank God because we made it.
An old man and a young woman stood in the clock shop with less than a minute to noon. 37 seconds, said the old man. Great, said the young woman. Now, we wait. No, said the old man. We breathe. We pulse. We regenerate. Our hearts beat, our minds create, our souls ingest. 37 seconds, well used, is a lifetime. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is relative. The faster your velocity, the more warped time becomes. Anyone who has sat in a classroom is able to attest to this. Seconds can seem like years in a boring class, but the minutes tick by in the blink of an eye when the deadline for that 5-page essay you haven't started is a half hour away. 37 seconds can easily pass by without our notice if we let them. Seconds add up to minutes, which add up to hours, days, weeks, years, until before we know it, we've lived half our lives without noticing. So how do we make 37 seconds count? How do we turn 37 seconds into a lifetime? We have to change our perspective. It's a task much easier said than done, but possible with practice. If we are aware of those 37 seconds that become a lifetime, every second can become a miracle. Every one of us has a mechanism pulsing away in our chest. It passes along the oxygen we inhale with each life-sustaining breath. It draws blood through our arteries in a never-ending cycle. Thousands of neurons are firing away that melon of yours, processing and interpreting the terabytes of information your senses are constantly discovering. So much happens every second, and most of it will go right over our heads if we don't reach up and catch it. As easy as it is to put on our headphones and let the world move around us while we wait for the clocks to strike noon, we mustn't. Unplug, look around, and see things the way they are. See things the way they really are, not just what you think it is. Unplug, look around. They say we only have one life, but if we perceive things in the right way, we see other perspectives, notice the little details, and make the right connections. The 37 seconds before our time is up make all the difference. Let your soul ingest each moment. Make your 37 seconds, your life, count. As a wise master once said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
What are you doing next year? This is the question everyone asks when they hear you're a senior. Are you going to college? Are you taking a gap year? Are you going to start working? The answer to this question is going to be different for each person here. Some of us have had their career path planned for years, and others have no idea, or only a vague idea, of what they want to do with their lives. I am one of the people who has no idea what they want to do. I know I'm going to college next year, but I don't know what I want to major in or which career path I want to pursue. However, I am a lot less clueless now than I was 4 years ago. Throughout my time at Logan High, I've learned a lot. I've learned what subjects I like and which ones I don't. I've taken classes that I would never have expected to take and been surprised at what I've been able to gain from them. The classes we've taken and the activities we've been a part of at Logan High have helped prepare us for the future in many ways, above and beyond figuring out what subjects we like. Over the last 4 years, we've become better writers and thinkers. We've learned how to express ourselves and how to clearly communicate our ideas. No matter what you're doing next year, going to college, going on a mission, or entering the workforce, you'll need to be able to communicate with other people. By participating in sports and other activities, we've learned how to manage our time. In college, as well as in the real world, you need to be able to balance your work with everything else going on in your life in order to be successful. So, what are you doing next year? Everyone here is doing something different. We're all going to different places and entering different careers. The one thing we all have in common is our time at Logan High and the strong foundation it gave us that will allow us to be successful in whatever we decide to do next year.
The first day of school is like the first game of the season, with the preparation, the game planning, the anticipation, the excitement, the nerves, the chills, and the butterflies. Then the whistle blows and the season starts, or the bell rings for class and the school year begins. Whether it's on the field, court, stage, or in the classroom, there's a coach, director, or teacher who we look up to lead, to instruct, to teach, to motivate, and to inspire us to be the best we can be. We reach our full potential by learning all we can, overcoming adversity, learning from mistakes, and making the necessary corrections to become the best player on the field or court or the best student in the classroom. Today, we played our last game. The season has ended and we can rejoice in our successes. During our high school season, we have taken state in football, soccer, tennis, and debate, and taken region in basketball, drill, and swim. We have also had many successes with other activities such as HOSA, Academic Olympiad, and choir, placing in multiple events. This list only scratches the surface of our hard-earned victories over the past 4 years. But this event, this is our greatest victory. We did it. We have overcome the grind of a long season. We have pushed through trainings, practices, conditioning, rehearsals, studying, homework, and lack of sleep from cramming. From the coaches' halftime speeches to the teachers' long lectures, we have endured. On our first day of our freshman year, this day seemed forever away, but now it is here. We can reflect on the lessons learned and the game plans carried out that have prepared us for seasons ahead. Thank you, Logan High, for preparing us for whatever lies ahead. Our winning team will forever be linked as Logan High's class of 2018. Congratulations and thank you.
Hello, my fellow millennials. Millennials. That's a word that most adults would categorize as degrading. You are almost guaranteed to hear it uttered irritatedly by a family member who was born before 1980 when you check your Snapchat at the dinner table, or from my grandparents when they say it offhandedly after being completely baffled by the fact that yes, I did buy my jeans with the holes already in them. What I'm trying to say is that we have a pretty good idea of how other people feel, but how do we millennials see ourselves? When I think of millennials, I see all of you. I see a group of individuals diverse in almost every aspect who have come together to contribute to the most formative years of each other's lives. I see people who have struggled through the turmoil of high school, maybe from trying to get an A in that difficult class or trying to make yourself feel like you belong, while also simultaneously struggling outside of the classroom with your own personal issues. I see people who have grown up in a time unlike any before, where we have been relentlessly bombarded by information from news and social media, yet still manage to maintain some of our sanity. I see people who are so passionate about changing the status quo of the world that we live in, that they have taken matters into their own hands and enacted that change themselves, whether it be by banding together to walk out of a school or taking their argument straight to the state capitol. So the next time that you hear someone bash the good millennial name, remember the people sitting in this room. If we are what is defining millennials, then I do think it is safe to say that the world is in pretty good hands. Thank you.
I would like to congratulate every single graduate here today. I also want to thank my friends and family for always being there, and my teachers for guiding and believing in me. 4 years may seem long, but it has gone by in a blink of an eye. Through the ups and the downs, we, the class of 2018, has finally made it. We started our freshman years with the onset of construction, which continued until our senior year. With construction, we faced flooded classrooms, fluctuating temperatures, and frequent fire alarms, as well as having to experience many new things, such as taking the ACT on the computer, shortened lunchtime, and changing to the AB schedule. Along with these complications that we all faced together, each one of us within the last 4 years had our own personal obstacles to overcome. Whether it was as simple as daily life hassles, or as extreme as significant life changes. Whatever our challenges, we were able to overcome them. Life does not feel like it's 50% happiness and 50% sadness. Often, the bad seems to outweigh the good. But no matter what life offers us, we, as humans, tend to overcome the obstacles hurled at us. Each one of us has proven this resilience within the last 4 years. Though it wasn't an easy process, we put in the courage and hard work to get us to this day and to prepare for the future. Alan Alda said, "Have the nerve to go into unexplored territory. Be brave enough to live life creatively. The creative is a place where no one else has ever been. It is not the previously known. You have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition." Each one of us is capable of accomplishing great things in life, so don't limit your opportunities because you can't get out of your comfort zone or because you fear failure. Put in the courage and hard work to reach your own potential. Whatever our next step will be, I wish us all the best of luck. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Reality continues to ruin my life. Once said the comic strip character Calvin to his imaginary friend Hobbs. People always talk about real life like it's some kind of alternative reality. Graduation looms like the entryway into the foreign existence of adulthood. Like Calvin, I once looked at this new reality as quite tragic. My outlook has changed, however, as my years at Logan High have taught me about the power of my perspective. I can remember my sophomore year in AP Euro when our class received a lecture after we groaned about writing another DBQ, which stands for document-based question. Mr. Eborn told us that if we looked at writing like a burden, then it would feel like a burden. On the other hand, if we chose to see the assignment as an opportunity, we would open ourselves up to the possibility of improvement and become more able to tackle the task at hand. It was great advice, and I worked to never complain about our homework, at least in front of Mr. Eborn. Looking back at our high school careers, at the center stand the grown-ups. We've all had the sleep-deprived teachers who work tirelessly to teach us, to prepare us for exams, the coaches who devote endless hours to practices, plus work with us in their precious free time. Their examples of what it means to be dependable during the tough times stands out most in my education. They've shown us how to be responsible without giving up our fun side, and that's a shout out to you, Perry. Wherever we all go after high school, it will be different, but I've learned to now look toward my future with excitement for new adventures, rather than with reluctance to grow up. We all still have an inner Calvin, a rambunctious, imaginative troublemaker who dislikes responsibility, and the transition into real life will not be painless. We probably will sometimes pull all-nighters writing college research papers, and yes, we will miss the sight of a full refrigerator. In the words of Calvin, you know, Hobbs, some days even my lucky rocket ship underpants don't help. But some days they do. Thank you.
I don't have social media. So, as you can imagine, I often get very bored. To occupy myself, I tend to think about things that don't really matter, like the nature of identity and selfhood. As part of my whole new stage of life, graduating high school existential crisis, I asked myself, who am I really? I imagine you have all asked yourself that question to one extent or another. This is my current answer to that question. I am not who I will be tomorrow, nor am I who I was yesterday, or the day before that, or who I was when I was 12. Instead, I am fragments of each. I am a constellation and amalgamation of the memories and experiences that have shaped me. I am grumpy Kai, excited Kai, watching a sunset with my friends Kai, last speech and debate Kai, and on, all occupying the same moment in time. I believe that as we forget and experience new things, our identities grow and shift, that we, in a very real sense, can change who we are. Because of this, our high school experience, good or bad, does not define us. And though who we are today influences who we will be a decade from now, it does not determine it. Take what is good and joyous and make them a part of you. Let everything else go. After all, this is only a fragment of our lives. Oh, one more thing, and this is really the only thing I'm going to say today that is important. Thank you to my teachers. Thank you for making me a better person. Thank you for revealing another layer of the mysteries of life. Thank you for shaping the hundreds of other lives that pass through your hands every year. It really does make a tremendous difference. You have shown me there is almost nothing a person can do to make a greater impact in the world before they enter the cold embrace of death than to be a great teacher. I hope you know who you are. Thank you.
Graduating class of 2018, congratulations on making a difference in Logan High School. Congratulations on the hard work that it took to get here today. We know that parents spend a lot of time helping all of you to get to this point. Late nights, going to the grocery store for projects, staying up, helping with homework, providing tutors, sacrificing their time to drop you off at games and activities and events. It's a great honor to be able to be a parent and to be able to see all of you be successful. If I could get the graduates of 2018 to please stand. Please stand. Will the graduates of 2018 give a round of applause to those parents, teachers, friends, neighbors who have made an impact in your life? Please be seated. Board of Education and Superintendent Schofield, I certify that the graduating class of 2018 have made the state and Board of Education requirements for graduating from the Logan School District.
In the words of P.T. Barnum, the noblest art is that of making other people happy. Graduates, it's your turn to embark on your journey ahead. Always remember to serve others. Be kind. Don't drive distracted. Be thankful. Keep learning. Be happy. And always dream with your eyes wide open. On behalf of the Logan City Board of Education, I am pleased to accept and acknowledge the completion of the required programs of studies by the graduates of the class of 2018. We accept the recommendations of Principal Auld and the Logan High School faculty. By virtue of the authority vested in the Logan City Board of Education, we confer upon each student so recommended a diploma of graduation from Logan High School with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and recognition associated therein. Congratulations, graduates.
Rebecca Tiflum. Kaylee Ann Koalas. Amy Croft. Siwana Pani. Catherine Rigby. Sreenak Van. Catherine Timmerman. Casey Larson. Kai Torin. Cambry Anderson. Daniel Anderson. Keon Ben Jacob. Brigham Scott Bernhardt. Christina Elizabeth Blanchard. Lauren Piper Christian. Landon John Corbett. Annika Bryn Isom. Xavier Hay. Elizabeth Needham.
Tori Ann Craner. Cindy Ray Merrill. Mackenzie Giddings. Yvette Kylie Stevens. Haley Deanne Dow. Nabu Arredondo. Alex Cottle. Jerden Kealoha Manoa. Callan Freeman. Justin Skalka. Jeffrey Todd Allen. Isaac Russell Simideni. Aiden Patrick Laney. Adrian Ray Butterfield. Carly Claudia Carlson. Taylor Ann Tubbs. Morgan Alyssa Kendall. Clara Lene Ricks. Kate L. Peterson. Hannah Jo Drake. Brianna Cassidy Gardner. Isabel Louisa Brown. Anne Graveson. Paul B. Bradford. Channing Takeo Gibbs. Michael Giovanni Hopkins. Enriquez Johannes Louis Swanenberg. Carson Wade Bishop. Lacey Ann Erickson. Alexis Paige Woolley. Emma Lydia Cox. Taylor Janet Charclain. Cambry Janelle Rollins.
Corbin Michael Hale.
Landon Byrne Moser.
William Coulter Surrey.
Lexi Gowan.
Kaylee Berkshaw.
Anthony M. Talcott.
Orion Levery.
Amanda D. Grove.
Natasha Yves.
Harrison Daniel Kent.
Brittany Nikwa Nikroma.
Tristan Mark Teeples.
Diana Ruiz.
Anna A. Delaney.
Bethany Schiffman.
Simon J. Rufiri. Sadie South. Cassidy Armstrong.
Jenny Martinez. Nash Brenton Atkinson.
Awal Hamid Abdi.
Maya Autry.
Emmanuel Abebe.
Jacqueline Avalos.
Hannah Rose Adams.
Angel Ayala.
Kaden Emma Albiston.
Bernardo Ayala.
Lindsay Joe Almond.
David Ayala.
Trayson Anderson.
Heidi Ayala.
Adri Anderson.
Vale Ayala Villalobos.
Alex Anderson.
Jared North Bagley.
Ivy Anderson.
Irvin Lester Conner.
Max A. Anderson.
Mason B. Barber.
Roxanne A. Anderson.
Ricky Marty Varela.
Zachary James Anderson.
Daphne Pamela Bachelor.
Salem T. Araya.
Diane Chang.
David Archibald.
Noah L. Christofferson.
Maria Luisa Bates Dominich.
John Charles Chrysostom.
Bria Lynn Bem.
Diane Cisneros.
Ellie Belknap.
Miles Clark.
Thomas Henry Benson.
Kieran Condi.
Nicholas C. Flower.
Bryce Corey Copeland.
Isaac Bosworth.
Rose Mary Coppin.
Meg Leon Bowen.
Jacob T. Coppin.
Ryan Michael Brainerd.
Selema Areli Cruz Tapia.
Jasmine June Brainerd.
Alan John Cunningham.
Connor Thomas Burley.
Kellyanne Brooke Daniels.
Jordan Butters.
Bailey Dawn Davis.
Sutton Kaplan.
Willie Lee Davis.
Lucy Carden.
Bryce Brad Ellis.
Isaac Gabriel Chadwick.
Alex T. Emmett.
Carly Ann Vitrilli.
Kendra Rachel England.
Brittany Cronin.
Espino Clark Richard Antonio.
Mackenzie Davis.
Sativa Dai Evans.
Isidro Ruelas.
Wesley Thomas Fallon.
Elise Decker.
Kate Felstead.
Sinaí Delgadillo.
Catherine Louise Flores.
Sergio Diaz.
Shaylee Gardner.
Jesse Leland Dickinson.
Victoria Jasmine Garfias.
Marissa Dixon.
Taylor Gebhardt.
Alexander Dean.
Ludovica Kibaini.
Brandon Dodd.
Charles Owen Godfrey.
Hey, go, go.
Alarica Gomez.
Hannah Maxine Eckhart.
Olivia Marie Henderson.
Allie Mae Eliason.
Leila Jimenez.
Myra Gomez.
Jasmine R. Hernandez.
Rosie Gonzalez.
Jonathan Hernandez.
Karina Gonzalez Ontiveros.
Gerald Guerrero Herrera.
Hannah Glenn Goodwin.
Rafael Jr. Herrera.
Danielle Marie Graham.
Shaylee Higginson.
Alyssa Michelle Grajeda.
Carlos Brian Hilario.
Alan Grob.
Megan Claire Hollingswood.
Gabriel Guerrero.
Sierra Michelle Howard.
Bailey K. Hansen.
Jonathan Josiah Hoyt.
Elizabeth Gabriel Hansen.
Madison Howell. Brianna L. Hughie. Kevin Jesus Perez Heron.
Taylor Hatch.
Elizabeth Patty Heyer.
Asia Hay.
Andrew Felix Johnson.
Miles Hellstern.
Mason Johnson.
Ursa Rose Johnson.
Maya A. Johnson.
Riley D. John.
Matthew Carl Kangas.
Caden R. Jensen.
Kyla Kendall.
Stephen Tate Jensen.
Brittany Knight.
Austin E. Jensen.
Tiffany Knight.
Shannon Jensen.
Brennan Kohler.
Hannah Jenkins.
Taylor Ann Croft.
Veronica Jenkins.
Christopher Lambert.
Hunter Chamberlain Jarvis.
Erica Elaine Larson.
Unbin Jang.
Ashley Dale Larson.
Sydney Taylor Jackson.
Samuel Stewart Lechner.
Brindley K. Israelson.
Jasmine E. Morales.
Annette Vasquez.
Saida Yamilet Montano.
Rachel Audrey Vernon.
Estrella Vanessa Molina.
Jonathan Boyd Mallory.
Joshua Robert Misbach.
Jake Lucarini.
Nathaniel James Melantine.
Isaac Mitchell Lowry.
Nathan Merrill.
Carly Melinda Lopez.
Chase Miller.
Lauren Drew Liker.
Madison Mills.
Mauricio Rosetta Jensen.
Brayden S. Moreland.
Anthony Mejia.
Riley J. Muir.
Will C. McGregor.
Sirius Cole Munson.
Brendan Aaron McGowan.
Saul Ethan Nava.
Jesse Leah McCulloch.
Alea Beyond Zentner.
Dalton May.
Sophia Ploner.
Aliki Matangi.
Berkeley Hannah Pond.
Jonathan Martinez.
Mikel Elizabeth Pinnock.
Matthew Anthony Marquez Jr.
Jace T. Perry.
Tia Malie Oak.
Kylie Pearson.
Samantha Lynn Oswald.
Chelsea Perez.
Sarah A. Ortiz. Kyle Paul Peasley. Michelle Ornelas. Tata Pa. Rigo Ivan Ordonez. Katia Vianney Paulino. Samuel Ontiveros. Michelle Belen Patino. Andrew O. Autry. Kinsley L. Parker. Spencer Richard Wildman Nusman. Daniel Palacios. Sydney Nielsen. Garrison Wren. Samuel Niederhauser. Emmanuel Zamora. Sydney Reed Nichols. Saira Vanessa Salcedo. Drew Neves. Ashley Sandoval. Eric Nava. Lance Jacob Sanchez. Max Vialba. Patrick Joshua Salazar. Kyler David Pitcher. Hunter Maine Ruger. Christopher Austin Porter. Jared Aubrey Rosenlund. Evelyn Prieto. Jose Luis Romero. Andrea Puga. Jeroam Jared Roman Cortez. Diego Sair Puga. Mariela Giselle Rojas. Natalie Jacqueline Pine. Destiny Sylvia Rodriguez. Bailey Joe Raymond. Rosalinda Rodriguez. Guadalupe Rebollar. Brayden Stevenson Roberts. Kilesa Connie Anna Rector. Zoe and Rich. Logan Reeder. Darian Reed. Sonnet Reeves. Celestial Don Tolman. Tristan A. Reyes. Umutoni Uera. Eric Reyes. Mariana Ewell. Leah Ellen Rice. Colton J. Tuttle. Camilla Volcano. Mo Min Tun. Monique Salcedo. Aiden L. Tuller. Paulette Villegas Ramirez. Seth Tremaine. Martin Segura. Isaac Trejo. Connor Shumway. Gabriel Torres. Dwayne Max Smith.
Angelo Vasquez.
Christopher Aaron Smith.
Enrique Vasquez.
Wintu So.
Mackenzie Thompson.
Jeremiah Leon Sorensen.
Reagan Christy Thomas.
Jessica Noel Spiteri.
Emma Claire Wilson.
Peyton A. Stokes.
Madeline Jean Skeen.
Tylen A. Taggart.
Zian Silos.
Meryl Tennant.
Abdul Mohammed.
Kevin Anthony Tepetate.
Ellery Andrew Wilson.
Cooper Lee Ward. Tyler Warren. Mary Jacqueline Washburn. Riley Donald Wilwright. Brinley J. Williams. Taylor Renee Willie. Thank you.
Logan High School graduates, as we move our tassels together, please take note that we are all part of this historic class of 2018. Each of us are a part of a very important masterpiece that is our graduating class. Going forward, I want to invite every one of you to be sure to keep in touch with the unique Grizzly family that is the Logan High class of 2018. Graduates, please stand. And now, please move your tassels from the right to the left. My best wishes. Congratulations, Grizzlies.